Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live stream. This one I'm doing from my phone this time instead of my DVD player. It's Gremlins 2, the new batch. Yeah, I haven't done this one yet. I tried to do it a couple of years ago, but the DVD was skipping. So now I'm going to watch it on YouTube. They have it for free. So if you want to watch it with me, they have it on YouTube for free with ads on YouTube Movies and TV. So I'm going to watch it right now. It's an hour and 46 minutes, so I won't be showing anything to the screen this time. It starts with a Warner Brothers short. There's bugs. There's Daffy. Yuck! What's up? This is after Mel Blanc passed away. By the way. Mm-hmm. Here it comes. Yeah, it's a short. And this one's a PG-13, not a PG movie like the first one, because they knew that it was. There's the symbol. There we go. Gremlins 2, the new batch, and it starts in New York City, where I live. That's where Comic-Con's going to be in less than 2 months. I had to do it on my phone because that's the only way I could watch this movie, and with the headphones, so I don't get a copyright infringement. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed this one. I saw this one more than the original, mainly because I saw the original when I was 11, and I was sick when I saw it. This one I saw it healthy as a duck when I was a kid. I wasn't even supposed to watch this as a kid, but I did. Robert Prosky. Yeah, there's some actors that have passed away here. Robert Prosky, Christopher Lee, and Key Luke. This was his last film before he died. Haviland Morris. That's the mom from Home Alone 3. Dick Miller. He's also passed away. Jackie Joseph. She passed away. Uh, Get Watanabe is the voice of. He's the voice of Ling from uh, Mulan, the animated version of Mulan from Disney. He's Japanese descent, not Chinese. And they always cast him as the Asian guy from these 80s films. People are so racist, man. They think that Asians all sound like, they have raw and all that. Yeah, it's not. They're not like that. Robert Picardo from Star Trek. Got a lot of cameos in this movie, a lot. No Spielberg cameo this time. And of course, you have Howie Mandel voicing Gizmo again. And this is the last movie. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy produced this. Yeah, let her take that and shove it. She's not a good producer. Like, she has ruined Star Wars for everybody now, and hopefully, when she's gone, we can get Star Wars back on track. Joe Dante directed this one too, and he didn't really want to do a sequel because he didn't know what other story he can tell. But then years passed, and they did the sequel, and the movie didn't do well. There's John Glover. He was the voice of the Riddler in the animated series of Batman, and he was in Batman and Robin, and he also did Shazam. He was in that movie for a bit. Yeah, bad pun. Yeah, it's in Manhattan, and now every other movie is in New York City half the time. That's why you shouldn't smoke, people, or vape. But he dies off screen. Rambo. Yeah, that's from Rambo First Blood Part 2. Boom, boom. He's so cute. They become war. Yeah. Why not? People stream everything now. That's why people shouldn't smoke, because it's bad for your lungs. And this is the Gremlins movie with a lot more Gremlins, the more creative Gremlins. If there's a movie on YouTube, I can do it. As long as it's the real movie, not an imposter. And it's not a bootleg copy. This is not. This is actually on a YouTube channel for free. Look at that face. That's where the Furby came from. They had a bigger budget, so they were able to use more of the Gremlins. And they got most of the cast back from the first film. Mainly Zach Galligan. Look at those little feet. He's so cute. I wish I had one. Yeah, he walked out in daylight and didn't burn. Again, there's some inconsistencies here. There's the two twins. Again, that's a nod to the Little Shop of Horrors, the remake. There's Times Square. And yes, they're in Manhattan a lot. This isn't Jason Goes to Manhattan, takes Manhattan, where he's in the movie for like 5 minutes in Manhattan. And that's it. There's Phoebe Cates. Yeah, I miss her. She hasn't acted in something in years. Excuse me. She's married to Kevin Kline. They're from a small town in the first one. So here they're in the big city, like me. There's a Burger King there. There's still a Burger King in Manhattan. I was 5 when I was here when this movie came out in the theaters in 1990. I was 5, so I was too young to see it in the theater. There's the building from Ghostbusters, the original. There's some ads, but I'll skip it. 3, 2. I just have to skip the ads. That's all. They only take a few seconds. It's not a big deal because I don't have ad block on my phone. So I have ad block on my laptop, so I don't have to sit through ads, because sitting through an ad every 5 minutes on YouTube is a pain. It doesn't feel like a PG-13 movie because they don't curse that much, but there's blood in this movie, guys. Especially the flying back gremlin. It scratches Dick Miller's head, and they had to give it a PG-13 for that, because they wouldn't give you a slash like that unless it was a PG-13 or R. Because remember Batman v Superman, when he braids his face, he scratches his Superman's face. She's cute with her shorter hair in this one. Mm. She's so beautiful. I wish she would go to a convention. You don't have to be an actor anymore to be in a convention. She also did a voice in The Fifth Element. No, I'm not doing a podcast for that. I will never do that movie because of one reason: Chris Tucker's annoying voice. I can't sit through that again. Hat, hat, hat. No, shut up. Just no. I'm not doing it. That's really, really aggravating. I'd rather sit through a Kevin Hart movie. He does that too, but at least Kevin Hart's more successful. His voice is not as high pitched; it's just a little loud. That's all. Hey, look, Josh, a redheaded girl. Haviland is a redhead. I haven't seen her in years. I know. Go watch her filmography. She has a lot more movies than a bunch of 90s films like this, Home Alone 3, and Fifth Element. Not everybody can be a Karen Gillian because she did the MCU for like a decade nearly. From yeah, a decade, 2013 to last year. That's a decade. These other redheads usually do a Game of Thrones show or something on Netflix. And they're in a giant building where they do everything. That's kind of like nowadays, where they got buildings in Manhattan where they have computers and TVs and everything in one building. I mean, look at Comic Con. They can set up video game systems and arcade machines and big screens and panels and all that in one building. That's what this movie feels like. It's like a corporate version of Comic Con. There's people in costumes in this movie like that, like Robert Prosky. He's that monster got movie guy, like like Svengoolie or Elvira. And she's smoking. You can't smoke in a PG-13 movie now because back then in a PG or a PG-13 they would smoke or drink. Now they can rarely do that, mainly because they know smoking's bad. It's always been bad. I hated cigarette smokes when I used to go to school and they would smoke outside of the in the backyard of the school. I was like, why are you smoking? I don't want to breathe your toxic fumes. That poor old man. That poor guy. She's a tour guide. In the first movie, she was one of the bartenders in the small town. Hey, Network 98, which I just started 13 minutes ago. I still do have cable TV, but it's only because I have to record stuff on a DVR. Look, a B movie. The movie's a. It's not scary. You saw a puppet. Yeah, there's no CGI in this movie. All the gremlins are practical effects, and the puppets and the people in costumes. Yeah, there's not one bit of CG here. That's why I don't want to. It's it's one of the reasons I don't want to see a third movie because they're gonna make the gremlins CGI like they did with Critters. I don't need CGI gremlins, guys. It's gonna look terrible. Last time we saw the gremlins was in the Lego Batman movie, and that commercial with Gizmo, a Super Bowl commercial or something. Hmm. But puppets still look better than bad CGI any day. Just saying. Hmm. They are. Most of the best horror films are black and white. Kids don't know that. They think every horror movie has to be Saw or Halloween, the recent Halloween films or the 50th Paranormal Activity or whatever. Yeah, it's the same thing, guys. And then half of the horror movies are PG-13, so they don't even go all the way. There's a Raymond Cruz. He has a cameo as a delivery guy. Splice All Life Inc. There's a monkey. Good morning. I just got up. I'm in PST. PST. That was the it's Pat. What's her name? There he is. May he rest in peace. The great Christopher Lee. Is it DB Sweeney or something like that? Yeah, or Julie Sweeney. One of those. So it's a real elephant. They're real animals in this movie. None of the CG trickery. Nowadays, they think that everything has to look like a CGI cartoon. I'm like, I saw Furiosa. It wasn't just a green screen movie. They actually did some of the stunt work and went to the desert. Yeah, these are the twins from Terminator 2. This was a year before that, where the one of the guards is a twin, and then the other is the T-1000 in disguise. There's Gizmo again. I know. Is there a Disney or Nick show that you think tries too hard to be mature or dark? Well, not recently. No, this is a music. These effects still look great, even 34 years later. He's so cute with that fat little belly of his. Again, you can't beat a thing that's actually there. What was too dark? Well, Secrets of Sulphur Springs is a Disney show that was dark for kids. Hmm. Okay, another ad. And skip it. See, it says PG-13 right in the left-hand corner. So that doesn't mean that's for your kids, guys. Kids' movies are G or PG, not PG-13 or R. Parents took their kids to Deadpool Wolverine. I'm like, are you high? That and Alien Romulus are for adults, not for kids. That's why Romulus is making less money than Deadpool Wolverine, because you can't take your kids to an R-rated movie. It's not recommended for their psyche. It will screw them up. It didn't happen to me because my parents raised me well. They didn't show me an R-rated movie when I was 5. I didn't see an R-rated movie until I was like 7 or 8 years old. That wasn't edited for TV, because I saw Terminator 2 when I was like 7 years old. But I saw it with adults, and I knew it wasn't real. Also, Billy's parents don't come back. To his inventor father and the mom, they don't come back in this one. Yeah, I don't know why there were people watching my channel that were under 18. I'm like, yeah, don't watch my channel if you're not 17 at least, because this is a channel for adults, not for kids. Even if the kid movie is a kids movie, doesn't mean that what I say or do is going to be for kids. Do you think Kicking It was a watered down Karate Kid? In a way, yeah, but I liked some of the cast members in it. I just didn't watch it because I'm like, I just wasn't interested. Olivia Holt is good. Saw Spider. They're doing experiments on gene splicing with animals. And this movie's not long. It's short. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's not 2 hours long. Nowadays, movies, yeah, let the monkeys loose. Animals should not be in cages and behind glass. Theodore, Alvin, Wink Wink. That's the names of the chipmunks. But chipmunks and monkeys are completely different. They're both mammals, but they're not in the same species. Yeah, I always do. We're about 21 minutes in. Yeah, this says 22 minutes because I started. There's ads. Ron Blanchard is so weird. I know Darius. I know. I bang her, but again, thing is, she's queer, so she's messed up in the head. Being around gay culture really ruined her. It's sad because she was the cutest thing in in Girl Meets World, and yet because I like brunettes, but Sabrina Carpenter is the more normal girl. Yes, she's very sensual, but she's 20 something now, guys. It's not a little girl anymore. That's right, pet him. That does feel good. See, he's actually talking to something there. It's not a model with CGI in the back like they do with everything now. You want to be able to touch what's there and see it. He pinches his fingers by accident. His finger. Ooh, there's John Glover again. It's amazing how Haviland Morris was never April O'Neil. She would have been a good April O'Neil in the '90s after Paige Turco and Judith Hogue. But then the third movie was so bad that they had to cancel a movie until 2007. Produce good things. Because now Rowan Blanchard, she cut her hair and she's like, I don't know what I'm into now. Again, I need a definite answer. You like boys or you like girls? There's no in between for me. Sorry. If you're that way, then you're bi. You can't have it both ways, guys. Sorry. For me, it's one. I'm a one way street when it comes to my sexuality. One way. People don't ever have to question me. Her hair's very red and it's curly. Just say, I have a girlfriend. Leave me alone. What is with these women in these movies and shows that they hit on guys that are already taken? I'm not, and yet they don't hit on me. I wish they did, but who knows? Comic Con is in a few months, so there's no Canadian. There's no Canadian restaurants in New York City. There's like maybe one, but it's rare. The music is still good, just like in the first movie. Evelyn, I've seen her in things like 16 Candles. She was in that. That was in the 80s. Home Alone 3 in this movie, so I'm sure there's more I can get to. I do like this more than the first one. I know, Josh, you weren't crazy about the first one. I saw the first one when I was sick. Uh oh. Yes, that furry thing. Again, this is called Gremlins 2, the new batch. hmm I don't want Kathleen Kennedy producing any more franchises from the past because she'll ruin it. Thankfully, she'll never touch anything from DC or anything Marvel because Feige will never let her touch Marvel. She'll destroy it as fast as she did with Indiana Jones and Star Wars. There's John Aston from the Addams Family. He's still alive too. He's in his 90s now, but Boo Boo Stewart was an X Men Days of Future Past. Yeah, it was a cameo. He was one of the New Mutants or something. Don't remember the character he played, but yeah, he was in that. But the thing is, it was such a nothing role. I was like, why was he in this movie? Him and Blink were barely in it. Blink and you miss it. Yep, this one Gizmo gets wet again by accident. It shoots straight into his head. That's a coincidence. Yep, he got wet again, right in the head. All because the janitor had to fix the water the water fountain. Bloop, 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 bloop. There's the little fuzzy balls. This one's more goofy than the first one, but it still has a dark edge to it that's not for kids. This is the black and white gremlin, black and gray. Ooh. There's the goofy one with the big teeth. There's the orange looking gizmo. There he is, the black and white gremlin. And may I say that these effects are, how are am I? I'm fine. They lock him in a vent. They don't know that a vent you can walk through it. But these gremlins are not very smart. Not these anyway. Watch this. They have cartoon sound effects in this movie. Again, it is a Warner Brothers movie. They do a lot of cartoons. I just saw Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, but that didn't have cartoon sound effects in it. That's not exactly a prison. He can get out. Ooh. Now she takes the wrong gremlin home. She knows Gizmo's not orange. He's brown. And he doesn't go, woo! He doesn't do that. It's not him. Yeah, they get loose. Effects look better when they actually are there most of the time. That's not him. An homage to King Kong. You're taking the wrong gremlin. Or Mogwai. That's what they look like first. And most of the rest of the film is Gizmo trying to, go on his own. It's a good movie. It didn't deserve to flop, just like Furiosa it didn't deserve to flop. I don't know what they were thinking releasing it 6 years later. It should have been 3 years later. Ice cream. Yeah, because like I said, with Heather Stevens, there's a lot of movies she's done that I haven't seen yet, but I will this month. I know. We're 33 minutes in of the movie. Yeah. There's some legacy sequels come out years later, and some of them not worth it. Yep, she's putting her foot in his crotch. Sequel's 1,000 times better than Ghoulies 4. That was horrible. Ghoulies 4 wasn't even a Ghoulies movie. He's dressed like a Mountie. That actor's not even Canadian. He was in Phil of the Future. Just say I have a girlfriend or I have a fiance or something like that. Why won't men be honest? And skip. These eyes, they go crazy. Like, Fried chicken. Hmm. Oh, look, a video store. I haven't seen one of those in years. There's very few of them left. They have like 10 locks. It is New York City. Hmm. Hmm. It's not. He's not orange. He's brown. I saw a few things with Heather. They'll be logged soon. Caitlin would love a cute thing like Gizmo. Yeah, she's the cute thing though. Wired. Yeah. It's like again. What is it? A Ralph Bakshi movie? And I saw again. Did I mention I saw this as a kid, even though I wasn't supposed to? But I saw Batman '89 as a kid. So and Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and and Independence Day. I was 11 when I saw that. There's the Futtermans from the first one. Yeah, they're the only returning characters that come back. I miss you, Dick Miller, because he was good friends with Joe Dante. That's why he got a lot of roles. Yeah, I know. Yeah, foreigners drive cabs. That's why I usually take an Uber or a bus. I miss him a lot, man. He passed away. He was old though. He lived a long life. Some people didn't this year. I mean, Rachel Lillis was only 55 when she passed of cancer, and Matthew Perry last year, uh, and the kid from Gen 5, you know, that the spinoff of The Boys, he died when he was 20. I was like, wow, that's way too soon. I saw most rated R films as a kid. Yeah, I didn't because I wasn't allowed to. So I waited until I was a teen. Caitlin is cute and huggable, but with her cute pet would be sweeter. Yeah, see, they're eating ice cream and yet they're not turning. They're not turning into gremlins. That's inconsistent, I guess, because milk is not water. I guess water is what changes them because they were drinking beers in the original, and that has water. But oh my god, there's another cameo. Imagine if Starbucks had a infestation. Also, this movie predicted the future of every movie. Everything has to be run by machines. Like 90% of the things that we use. A fur thing. Spencer's. I remember Spencer's. That's still around, but it's not the same though. They sell a lot of weird sexual things, and yeah, it's not. It's not where I shop anymore. Even Hot Topic, I go there sometimes to get a T-shirt or something, but their prices are atrocious sometimes. You know, a Deadpool shirt costs like $30 there. It's way cheaper to get it on Amazon. My next update will be in the beginning of September, guys. So look forward to that. Yep, it's hammer time though. Yeah, the security guard is he was in Die Hard, and he was also in he's a Canadian actor. He also passed away. He was in not First Kid, it was Blank Check. He looked like a professional wrestler, Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, right in the nose. Bullets are not going to kill them. Some of these actors pass away, and I didn't even know it happened. Because when I usually find out, it's on IMDb or somebody on Facebook puts it. There's the eggs. Yep, like aliens. That's from Alien or Aliens. That they hatch from eggs. There's mimes. Yeah, this is a weird film. Let me tell you. You got mimes coming out of a cart. Yeah. See, they really filmed this in the streets of New York. This and Ghostbusters 2, which made money, but they released it 5 years later. There they go. Again, these amazing effects. Spikes, just like the first movie. But it's not a remake. It does its own thing. Instead of in a small town, it's in a big city. And instead of one the gremlins that look all the same, they have different designs. And there's even a female gremlin. See? He fell. It's a vent like Die Hard. Ugh, that's gross. It's we're about 40 minutes in. He gets right. He's behind them. It'd be grab them. The main villain, the main gremlin is the brain gremlin. He's voiced by not Frank Welker. It's what's his name? What? Let me see. What's his name is? Yep, electricity. Tony Randall. Tony Randall is the voice of the brain gremlin. They wanted to get somebody different, and that's good because Frank Welker can't do everything, guys. Hold now, there, Kate. My boss is a woman and she was hitting on me. Again, why can't people be honest with each other? Say what happened. We went to a dinner and she was putting her foot in my crotch. Again, that would not be a problem if I was single, which I am. But that's the thing. Some people do hit on people that are married. It's just, it happens. I've seen it. Yeah, it's like when bears, they're going to be hibernating in a few months. They eat all spring and the summer, and then when the fall happens, they start building their nest, and they go into caves and plug up their bums, and then they go into hibernation for 3 months. There's Getty Watanabe. He comes about 45 minutes into the movie. Again, things were different in 1998, guys. Asians did not get lead roles unless they were martial artists. Or there's Kathleen Freeman, a good Kathleen, not Kathleen Kennedy. She's Jerry Lewis's aunt. May she rest in peace too. This movie has talent in it. She's like a Rachel Ray or Julia Childs. I miss you, Kathleen Freeman. They made the Asian guy the camera guy. Nowadays, there would be the actual directors. Because the director of Twisters, I have nothing against him. He's Asian. It's not his fault that movie bombed. See, they're trying to make fun of those rules. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a surprise. When that gremlin came out from under the thing, that probably scared people in the theater because you did not expect that. It's not even a joke. It's like Jurassic Park when the raptor shows up. Ooh, sucker punch. Make fun of me, will you? That is terrifying for a child. This would scare the pants off of them. See, bright lights burn them like a vampire. But Blade, the sunlight doesn't affect him because he was fighting in the sunlight in Deadpool and Wolverine, and yet he doesn't burn because he has the serum, the blue serum that keeps him alive in the sun. What is that green crazy gremlin with the noodles on its head? Also, McKenna could do a creature feature. I would love that. She's already done 2 Paw Patrol movies and Ghostbusters, so she knows how to act with things that aren't there. Well, no, was she in Ghostbusters? No, was that McKenna? Yeah, it was McKenna. What am I saying? She was in Afterlife and Frozen Empire, so she knows how to act with CGI. Uh, it's a cartoon, guys, but not for kids. Girls like to do flirt and hit on men, but if a girl did that, right? Ooh, monsters! I know. And she took the booze with her. That's a big lips gremlin. This one looks like a frog. It's the same voice of that crazy. I know. You're not supposed to do that. You can't put metal in the microwave, it'll burn. It's very over the top, guys, but it's still PG-13. It's so crazy, man. Yeah, kaplooey. Now they're getting soaked with this. You saw he's can want get Watanabe is filming the whole thing. There's way more gremlins in this one. They had a bigger budget. They just waited too long. They should have done the sequel like 2 years later, not 6. Looks amazing. Still looks amazing. This movie is over 30 years old, and it looks better than some of the CGI fest that we get today, like Tarot. That those effects look terrible compared to this. Some of the CG in that, and also in Night Swim, or like Borderlands, where it's supposed to be a video game, and it looks nothing like the game. It doesn't feel like a game, and that had a bigger budget than this. Wait, no, don't stop. Oh, it was an ad. Okay, hold on. It just skip that. Here's another worthless horror movie. Skip. I'll just mark it at the end. There we go. These headphones are acting up. I'm gonna have to get another one, another pair. I don't like these headphones. I really don't. For the phone. Hold on, guys. I'm still watching the movie. It's just that I can't watch it without headphones because if I do, I'll the music will come out and I'll get a copyright infringement. So I put the letter P in the front so that I know it's where I have to plug it in. You saw the Gremlins are on the elevator. There's a lot of nods to Die Hard and Die Hard 2 in this movie. Tarot, those effects were bled, but the practical makeup was fine. Yeah, but it could have been better. I mean, even the was a waste of an interesting idea. Yeah, again, just like Ouija, and just like the escape room. Stop making these things stupid, Hollywood. We're not dumb. Stop making it PG-13. Kids should not be watching horror films unless they're meant for children, like the really loud house haunted house. That was for kids. Or an episode of I don't know, not Wednesday. I would say Wednesday, no, but or a Loud House Halloween special, the cartoon. Not Tarot and Night Swim and freaking Imaginary. Don't make it for kids. Make it for adults. The horror genre was always more adult than for kids anyway. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw, the freaking Halloween movies. They're not meant for kids. Halloween, they've never made a PG-13 Halloween movie. Never. They've always been R. Every single one of them. Yeah. He's like he puts a mouse trap in the sandwich. Yep. Ow. Look at that face. It's like wasting this premise. You have gremlins in a building. What's next? I don't know. Gremlins in space, or in a snow lodge or something. That's the gremlin that drinks the. No, I think it's no, it's not him. It's another one that drinks the brain formula or formula, like this guy says. Yeah, no, this is not it. Yep, take that. Yep, he shreds it. Yeah. Ah! And there's green blood, so they don't get an R rating. Just like in Prey, the predator bleeds green blood, so it doesn't get a NC-17, because if you show too much gore, you get an NC-17. Because ask RoboCop, originally it was going to get a X rating for the violence. And it bleeds Nickelodeon slime, even though this is a Warner Brothers franchise, not Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. I only like sunlight when it's nice outside. I don't like sunlight when it's like sunlight. There's some good jokes here. It's not hysterical like Home Alone, but it's got its moments when it comes to. I see it more as like a. And yes, Christopher Lee does die in this movie, just like he did in Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. And they have the estrogen gremlin, Josh. You know that it's the female symbol, which is like that. That is the greatest symbol to ever see in any world. If you're a man and heterosexual, you see that female symbol and you run to it. That means life. That's the symbol on Adam Eve's costume. It's a symbol of the female gender symbol with a slash on it, with like a ring on it. If Warner Brothers released this movie 2 years after the original, it would have been a financial success. Exactly. They waited too long because you had Ghoulies, Hobgoblins, Munchies, and a bunch of other stuff, the rip-off Gremlins. More Nickelodeon blood. Again, to reduce the violence, because this movie's a PG-13, so they couldn't show red blood in a PG-13. So that take the next one. That's a Ghostbusters joke. That's the only curse word in the movie, 57 minutes in. One, mainly. There he is. There's Leonard Maltin. And these cameos make sense within the film. They don't just throw it in there like the Muppet movies that they've recently done. It's not 2 hours. A VHS copy. Nowadays, you would say, "Look what's on streaming." Leonard Maltin, he was willing to poke fun at himself. Velcro 2 for 1 sale. I remember the estrogen gremlin, and that symbol means a lot as a man. Yeah, it does. If Caitlyn wore a shirt like that, I would. You don't even have to say I'm a woman. That would make me come running. She needs a symbol like that on a shirt. Adam Eve wears it proudly. Yep, it's drinking the. It's the vegetable gremlin. Why they have yeah, this is when he gets those pimples on his face. They're aliens in a way. There's the brain gremlin, yeah. Brain juice. There's a pod from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The electric gremlin is pretty cool. He drinks the brain. And he has a British accent because Tony Randall wanted to sound smart, you know? No, I hated having COVID-19. It was a disease that almost took me out and my family out, and my mom got it twice. Oh, this is again. This is a cartoon. Did I mention it? Yeah, he gets glasses. An hour into the movie, he shows up. The brain gremlin. He has glasses. No offense, Josh. By the way, Caitlin or any other would have to say that she is what she is. Yeah. Hey, talk about what's going on in this world because I find this fascinating. Yeah, his accent's weird. For the future, I saw research. Yeah, the word. There's a bat gremlin. Mammals. Get it because he was Dracula. Wink, wink. It's a lot of nods here. He gives him the same serum that Blade was using to go outside. The bat gremlin. That looks awesome. This is the creature that pretty much solidified the PG-13 genetic sunblock, and it's blue, just like Blade's serum, so you could keep him alive in the sun. You. Hey, they gave me the COVID vaccine and I'm alive. Ethnic group, yes. Again, different time, people. He stuck a needle right in his under his neck. Yep, he leaves a Batman symbol. That's awesome. I had a smile on my face when I first saw that. Watch. Boom. There's the Batman symbol. That's great. Get it? Because Warner Brothers is their property. Oh, I forgot the Gremlins were CGI in Space Jam: A New Legacy, but it was very brief. Pan Am. That doesn't. That's not even the building now. It's a MetLife building now. Bush Beer. Yeah, they. It's a lot of product placement in this movie. Carlsberg. Yeah. No, not the salad bar. The New York Stock Exchange. It's almost done, guys. The Gremlins took over the building. The Wilhelm scream. The flashing gremlin. The fire alarm. It's no fire. Not yet. You saw there's a hobo there. There's the back gremlin. Yeah, it scratches him right in the head. It's pretty brutal. Again, you could have ran this way. Yep, this is the scene. Scratches him right in the face. Bellucci's. Again, you could run, Murray. Watch this. Oh man, right in the face. He did a Final Fantasy VII on him where uh uh Squall gets cut in the face with a sword on his face. He covers him in cement. That was brutal. Because you feel that scratch. It's like shock. Yep, he turns to stone. Wait, there's another ad. I don't have asthma. And skip. You saw Lego Gremlins? This is before Legos were popular in video games and they had their own Lego movie and such. They were just blocks back then. Uh-oh. Ooh. Still a good sequel, even after all these years, just like Ghostbusters 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, Christopher Lee doesn't escape. Yeah, Count Dooku, I've never heard anything. Yeah, you cut off Anakin's arm. Yeah, this is when the laboratory, but they say things different. This is when the movie just stops. Yeah, they break the fourth wall. This is what they did before Deadpool. They mess with the film. They're like the Minions if the Minions were more violent, because Minions don't eat people. The Minions were only violent in the second movie when they were purple. Bah! Yep. Volleyball Holiday. It's a skin flick. They don't show anything yet. That's true. So if people were complaining that Deadpool and Wolverine is too violent for their child, you should not bring your child to the theater in the first place. Don't even watch it on Disney Plus because it's not for your kids. Here comes Hogan. Yep. This is not his first film. His first film was Rocky 3. The Hulkster. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Hogan is he's a wrestling legend for a reason, man. He was my favorite wrestler as a kid. And then Steve Austin showed up in the 90s and I was like, yeah. Again, they broke the fourth wall. See, they do that nowadays, but sometimes it works really well. Deadpool, Wolverine, and then it sucks, like in She-Hulk. Her looking at the camera with bad CG is still bad CG, guys. Sorry, Marvel, but that was a failure. Deadpool Wolverine made $1 billion, over $1 billion. Just like I said, I predicted it would happen, and it happened, and it's still making billions. It's going to make more than Barbie. It has to. That's what I wanted to reach, at least what Barbie made. It's not going to make 2 billion because it would have had to make a billion faster, but 1 billion is not bad, guys. That's a hit that makes up for the Marvels flopping and Quantumania. It made more than those movies in their entirety combined worldwide. It made more than both of those films. It made like 6 times the money that those movies did. We know the Japanese make everything. They make every camera that's known to man. Them in China. Here comes the electric gremlin, the flash gremlin, if you will. Bree needs another $1 billion hit. Yeah, without the hatred next, and make it about her. Don't make it about other characters. That this is an awesome gremlin. That's the solution to the problem. They use the electric gremlin to kill. Acid did not throw in the face. Phantom of the Opera reference. There's the estrogen gremlin with green hair. Gizmo kind of disappears into the third act. It was both the male or the female symbol, but it became out female. The double helix. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. She has big lips too. I bet the puppeteer had a blast laying the female gremlin. You can add other characters, but make sure it is about her. The Marvels, she and those other girls didn't bother me. It's just that it wasn't a Captain Marvel sequel. It should have been about her. I'm sure Deadpool 4 will be announced. Yeah. When you make $1 billion, you're going to get another sequel or spinoff. And Gwenpool's going to be made at least as a Disney Plus show. Why can't you commit? That's not what kills Christopher Lee, though. That It's the electric gremlin. No. Yep, the electric gremlin kills him. Ironic because that's what kills the Emperor at the end of Star Wars. And Darth Vader. And I meant to the original Star Wars where he's using the electrical energy and then he falls. Yeah, again, that's how it ends. The spider gremlin. What is that? The milk gremlin? There's Gizmo. Yeah, he's captured. That's why he doesn't do anything until he finally escapes. You have to become more. They're going to announce it, Josh, because when a movie makes $1 billion, they did the last Spider-Man movie did No Way Home, and it's getting a fourth one. Hopefully, they make it in the next 5 years. We're an hour and 14 minutes in. He's like, work a camera. I am the camera. I'm like, we get it. It's a allegory for that Asians, make everything, electronic. Everything that we see here, laptops, tablets, phones, video cameras, surveillance cameras, digital doorbells, they're all made in Asia. That's why we got to appreciate Asians while we can. They make everything electronic. Gizmo's pumping iron. He fell through the hole. Plus, Howie Mandel was busy doing Bobby's World in the '90s, so he wasn't able to do the whole film. Yeah, he was crazy in Bucket of Blood. He, there's a spider gremlin. It's amazing effects, by the way. None of these effects look dated or bad. Drink, drink, drink. Yep, chug, chug. I need some water. I've been speaking for over an hour. I need some water. Yep, lawsuits are bad. The electric gremlin. It's the coolest gremlin because you don't see it. It's just electrical power. Yep, he got him into the phone. What would happen if there's going to be a cell phone gremlin next? Mm-hmm. You saw a VHS tape. CCN, like CNN. Birdies. I will. John Glover commits, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can't go outside or they'll burn, except for the back gremlin. $4.20. Yeah, he has a secret exit, like Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. There's the creature from the black. I mean the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I was able to see this movie in the theater 2 years ago. It's an awesome experience. It's a classic. It's a creature. It's a Warner Brothers movie I got to see in the theater with a crowd, and they were like, "I wish the creature didn't die." Yeah, because they love the creature effects. Ray Harryhausen's effects still work, man. He's one of the only effects people that they clap when they see his name. Yeah, because again, he made some of the most iconic stop motion creatures you've ever seen on film. There's a punching bag. That is cool. It's like a pod. Remember Bruce Wayne had this in Batman Forever? I'll try to do that one, but I have to use it. I have to see it. I did Batman 89 and Batman Returns. He has a pod outside of New York City in Manhattan that he can go under. Like it's like a little elevator. That's really cool. I really wish they had these in Manhattan. I would use that if they had this kind of a pod to get to the Javits Center. I would go there, but it would be really expensive. Oh, I'm Goofy. Get it? Oh, yuck. Yeah, but they couldn't rip off Goofy because Disney does not like their characters to be ripped off. You saw there's a computer in the corner, one of those old computers. No laptops are very rare in the 90s. Yeah, he makes a bow and arrow with some paper clips and a pencil. Here's one more ad. And I skipped this time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, because they wanted to get Tony Randall apart. Civilization, yeah. Yeah, he shoots him. He literally shoots him. Boom. That's a Wilkins coffee commercial. No, it's not. Shooting somebody is not civilized. I know. Iman should meet more characters. Yeah, she's gonna meet Miles and Peter. Watch. Caitlin, her time in DC or Marvel, a franchise coming even in Nintendo. Sit back and relax. Billy got knocked out. We're almost done. We're an hour and 23 minutes in. You saw the chattering teeth? That's from Batman 89. Oh, this is a reference to Marathon Man. I still need to see that. Is it safe? Yeah, again. Yeah, she's A redhead trapped in a spider web. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Huh? Josh knows exactly what I'm talking about. Redhead, spider web. Yeah. Yep. This creature effect looks pretty scary. It does that. That sound effect is pretty creepy. Still better than the Venom movies. I'll say that because he actually has webbing. Venom's supposed to have webbing, and he doesn't even do webbing in these new movies. I'm like, why? That's disrespectful to the character. He does webbing like this. He has webbing. At least they got that right in Spider-Man 3. It's an awesome effect. Here comes Gizmo burning the spider. Burn that Venom knockoff right now. You meant Scarlet Spider? Yeah, or Mary Jane again. Wink, wink. Again, this is what's going to happen to the Venom The Last Dance. It's going to burn in flames. Burn him, Gizmo. Burn him. Flame on. Fire. Yep. Direct hit. Hell yeah. Gizmo learned from the best. Rambo. John Rambo. He burned a lot of people to the ground and blew them up and shot them to pieces or cut their heads off in Rambo 4. That was bad ace. Mm-hmm. He put the red bandana and everything. That's what's gonna happen to we're Venom. No, you're not. You're gonna die. Your character's gonna die. Either Venom's gonna die or Eddie's gonna die. You won't see him in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is Zach Galligan was laughing in the scene. They had to cut. He's covering his mouth because he's laughing. Watch. See, look, he wants to laugh. Look. See, he wants to laugh so badly. She's so cute, man. Watch, look. Yeah, look. Yeah, this is a parody of the first look. See, he's covering his mouth because he wants to laugh. He broke character because he's like, this is like the speech in the first movie why she didn't celebrate Christmas. But here comes the New York scene. Is everybody here? What here? Da 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 da. I've said in the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Those vagabond shoes are walking the stray. I love this movie, son. And I'm on the wall of it. New York, New York. Yep, where I live. I want to live in a city that never sleeps. I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. Kayla could pull off a redhead or sexy thing. She can, yeah. What's the name? This musical number is great, and it's not too long. I would love for if she voiced Amy Rose, I would lose my mind, Josh. Or she was Princess Daisy or Rosalina. They're like, again, they do that, guys. Different time, people. Don't blame me. Watch. Again, if we do that, that's disrespectful. No, it's not. We like to do that to get attention. Cha 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 cha. You saw they have weapons. A bazooka missiles. Yep, a rainstorm. Unfortunately, that happens in New York City a lot. I know. I went through two hurricanes, two of them. Well, one here and one in Florida. Dining after midnight in New York. Sun Kiss, yeah. She'd be a cutesy animated voice, yeah. She would. Warner Brothers, get it? Phantom of the Opera. Yep, the reveal of the face. The music is amazing. Mr. Donuts? I never heard of that place. Yeah, you got Haley Steinfeld. She's done a voice. She's yeah, smoking is bad. I hope she quit. That's not funny. Yep, he throws them down the elevator shaft. One more ad. This is the last ad in the movie. Bel Air and Skip. It's funny because that guy looks nothing like Will Smith. Mm-hmm. New York, New York. He wets them so they can electrocute them. He's wearing a New Year's hat. Singing in the bathtub. There's the electric gremlin. Again, they didn't have cell phones back then. He's gonna go flash on them. Yep. Electricity is super effective. Karen will do an animated voice again. Yeah, I know. If only the Flash ended like this, the movie from last year, it would have saved them a ton of money on the budget. These effects are still amazing. They did this all practical. It's gross, but at least it's really there. They turn green into more Nickelodeon slime. Again, yep. Wizard of Oz reference. That's why there was no. That's why. That's why there was no Gremlins 3 because of the failure of this movie. Plus, if this movie came out at the end of 1990, it would have gotten destroyed by Home Alone. No. Yep. The glasses fall. Reeboks, they still sell those. There's a SWAT team and they don't even need to be there. It's a mess. That building needs to be cleaned up because there's blood everywhere. John Glover sells it, man. I don't use credit cards because I don't want to owe the government nothing. I rather use cash. Yes. Hey, Asians had a lot of hits in this decade. Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, and Shang-Chi was a big hit for Marvel. Not as big as Deadpool Wolverine, but it did well. The SWAT team didn't do anything in the movie. They just. She's lovely. I don't blame her for Home Alone 3. That was just bad writing. I mean, Scarlett Johansson did that movie and couldn't make it work. There's Mrs. Futterman. I'm going to take a selfie after this. I posted some pictures, Josh. You can see later of Madeline Petch. And her accent is not. It doesn't hurt me like Margot Robbie's as Harley Quinn. That was just so fake. See, he's a likable character, even though he's the corporate douchebag in the beginning. He's very likable at the end. He's not really the villain because he didn't make the Gremlins. Jersey. It's a good movie, man. If you've never seen it, it's on YouTube. What are you waiting for? You don't have to pay for it. It's free with ads. He's so cute. I know. Again, the Furby would come out in '98 and be a huge hit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's almost done. There's one gremlin left, though. They left the female gremlin. And there's a lot of characters in this movie, but I care about most of them. That's more than I could say for some other movies. Like, and it's under 2 hours. See, Eternals had no excuse. You had 15 characters and you didn't develop them. You made them boring. Congratulations. Because this is before streaming, so people had to have cable to see a lot of movies. This is her in the wedding dress. It's cute. Ah, ta-da! What about the size difference? She's the size of a Yoda or like a Grogu. Uh, the baby Yoda. Is your mother home? Let me know. Yeah, I'll text them. That was just a text message, guys. Big lips. Well, she kisses the screen. And that was Gremlins 2, guys. A very underrated movie that did not deserve to flop. And it's an hour and 41 minutes. Good movie, man. Good movie, man. And rest in peace to all the actors that passed away in this movie. This is a good movie, guys. If you've never seen it, what are you waiting for? Just watch it like right now because it's worth your time. So thanks for watching. As always, acknowledge me. Thanks for you guys' comments in the chat, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. And this